Hello. MJ, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi, Julie.
Hello, hello. Looks like we folks are filing in now.
Yes,
I'm
welcome
seeing
everyone.
welcome, welcome.
Just making the
We'll give
slideshow
folks a
bigger.
couple minutes to get before we get started.
Absolutely.
Looks like we're up to about 17 folks, which is
Yeah, we're
exciting.
waiting for some more.
I absolutely love the topic today about AI. I'm sure everybody's heard AI, but pretty exciting that it's being added to the product. It's going to save folks a ton of time, so it's going to be exciting to demo some of these tools today.
Yes, we're super excited to have you.
Thank
Uh,
you. Glad to be here.
Thank you. So I think we could start. We have folks still joining, and we'll just go up as we move. And just to let you know, everybody, it's going to be recorded. You're going to receive the recording after. So please feel free if ever you have any questions during the webinar. We'll do the question and answer. There's a little button on the bottom of your screen, and we'll also be sending a presentation.
Awesome. All right, so let's get started. So guys, my name is Julie Rosenberg. You can see my picture there. I'm a strategic partner development manager. I actually support Parkour. Been at HubSpot now over 15 years, but I have to say, really excited about today's topic to talk about AI and how it's been added to the tools. And joining me, you guys, MJ, who is
Yes.
with Parkour, and I'll let her kind of introduce herself.
Yes, so my name is Marie-Josée Lacoursière, MJ, if you want. And I've been with Parkour for the last 5 years. I really handle all website requests at Parkour, and we're a HubSpot Diamond partner here. So we're really glad to have Julie today. Thank you so much again, Julie, for joining us.
Sure thing. All right, guys, so we're going to get started. So the agenda today is what is Content Hub? What are the benefits of Content Hub? What's changing from the CMS Pro to Content Hub? MJ is going to give you an awesome tour, the highlights of some of the new tools, and then if we have time, we'll have questions and answer period afterwards. Okay, so what is Content Hub? Well, it's an all-in-one AI-powered marketing software that's designed to help marketers create, manage their content that will fuel the entire customer journey. So I know that's a lot. Basically, what we've launched is a dedicated area for marketers to manage all of their content. So essentially, we realize, I mean, it's tough for marketers these days, right? Like, you need to generate a ton of content. It's pretty hard to keep up. The goal of this is to allow you to, along with some AI-powered tools, to create content on demand and also be able to manage multiple channels in a unified platform. So, and great news, where we used to require that we host your website, that's no longer needed. So if you're using WordPress as an example, you can create all of your content in Content Hub and then push that content over to HubSpot. So, what's changed? So, Marketing Hub, right? We still have marketing automation, email, social. You can manage all of your ads in the marketing platform, smart content and messaging. What we've done is, again, as I said earlier, we're giving marketers a centralized platform where they can manage their blog, landing pages, websites, podcasts. So what's really cool about this is the tool will actually create an audio version of any of the content that you've created. And then you can essentially push that content through via an RSS feed to Spotify, Apple, and then you'll get all of the engagement and the tracking. And that's all within this one tool. Brand voice. So what you can do here is really cool. As you guys can see, I'm pretty excited about this stuff.
Yeah, and it is
It's
exciting, Julie.
it's right, like it's incredible, right? Like we're talking about it like, hey, you can do this or that, but when you think about the fact that the time saver involved here. So as far as brand voice, what you can do is you can take a sample of your writing style and upload that into the tool, and all of the content will now match that writing style. So that will allow you guys to be consistent with all of your content. So if you have more than one folk building content, the tool will match it so you have that same voice. Content remix. So basically, let's say you've built a landing page. What the tool will do is actually help you repurpose that content. So you can take a blog post, it will turn it into a landing page, an email, maybe a Google ad that you're going to be running. So again, huge time saver. We're including smart content, which folks, if you've been using HubSpot's tools, you're probably familiar with that, but it's just a deeper level of personalization. We have content embed that I had mentioned previously. We have AI translation. So if you're creating content in French, or let's say you're creating it in English, it will automatically translate that content into French. And then we also have SEO tools built in. So what's really cool about this is we partnered with SEMrush. So when you're going to build a blog article, it will identify, for instance, the title. It will let you know the number of searches that take place on that title, so you can be really strategic in the content that you're creating. So with this all-in-one platform, just in summary, like you're able to create your content, you're able to optimize it with tools like SEMrush that's built into the tool set, and then you can position for brand and customer preference using the podcast tool, the brand voice, the broad voice, and also the content remix. So the benefits of Content Hub. So you've got the AI powered tools. It's going to save you guys a ton of time and increase productivity. The content's going to be personalized. We've kept the smart capabilities in there. But again, you're able to add your own writing style into the tool. And finally, you can engage with more channels now. You've got that audio version. You can take the podcasts. You can post them out to YouTube and some of these other channels. So let's get into the nitty-gritty in terms of pricing. So we have our starter product, which we are including some AI capabilities with the topic and the blog content generator. We have the lead conversion tools, which includes, your landing pages, your calls to action, your forms, and the AI website builder that you can create up to 30 pages. In the professional, here's where we get into some of the really cool features. You get your content remix, the content embeds, the optimization capabilities, and membership. So now you can start to gate some of the content, whether it's your blog, whether it's a library of resources, all built into the pro level. In the enterprise level, you'll have the ability to have omni-channel, multiple sites, and then you've got your content, your approval and partitioning. So on to the demo. MJ's going to jump in and show us some of the really cool features that include the AI stuff.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Julie, for
Of
this.
course. I know that was a lot for folks to hear, but hopefully with the demo, we'll really dive in and take a look at each of the features.
Yes, absolutely. And as Julie said, what we really want to focus on today in the demo is the new features, especially the ones surrounding AI. I mean, we hear about it so much lately, but really HubSpot has leveled up with the Content Hub that replaced the CMS Hub to embed all of those tools that will save marketers that are listening to us, and maybe today you are in charge of a team of marketers, or you're a marketer yourself. What we want to show you today is how really it will save you time and give you back some of this precious time for other tasks. So let's move on directly to the demo. By the way, we may not take the whole hour. We want to leave time for questions, but we really wanted to focus on two main aspects today. So the blog creation generated by AI, and also the content remix that Julie touched on earlier. So once you're in your HubSpot instance, it's very easy. You go to your content and blog. Once you click on the blog, you'll be able to generate a blog post right here. So that's what we're going to click on, and that will bring us to the blog topic. Basically the blog topic header, where we can either choose our blog topic or generate ideas by clicking that button. In the case of this demo, I chose how AI tool can help content marketers. I'll show you how it's linked to SEMrush, like Julie said before, and how super awesome that is for your SEO. You can also input a keyword that's important, again, if ever you want this to be taken into account for your SEO. In this case, I chose content marketing. I can even choose the country for my target audience, in this case, Canada, and the blog. If you have multiple blog on your website, you can choose the right one, of course. Then what I'm going to do is to click on next. And what it will do is it will bring me to a pre-selection of blog post titles. So you can see here, it gave me 5 different choice. Let's say I don't really like the second one. I like to generate a new title. I can, in a click of a button again, generate a new title for my blog, and from there see, and that's how awesome it is with the connection with SEMrush, how many monthly search there is for that specific blog post article, the difficulty to rank. So is it search a lot but hard to rank? So that may influence which one I'm going to choose. And the keyword intent. You can just click here over the information button if you want to be more familiar with what it means. So for instance, let's say I choose the first one and click on next. I will then have a first draft of my blog post outline. So first of all, the title, I can change it if I don't really like it. Again, it's not this one, sorry, you can't change this one. But the description, you can put one, it's mandatory here, unlock the power of artificial intelligence to revolutionize your content marketing strategy. I can even include a generated image with this post. So I don't necessarily need to go back to my creative team, or if I don't have any, I have an external team. It will really help me include an image directly into my blog post. I can even put the image description that I want. If I don't like this one, I can change it. And for paragraph headers, again, it's really to save me time, but I don't have to go exactly in the order that is suggested. I can still have a lot of autonomy. I can add one, I can remove one if I want. Again, change the title of the paragraph, and I can even add talking points. So if there's something I have in mind about measuring and enhancing content for performance using AI, I can simply input the text as I go, and I will be able to give more insight to the AI tool regarding that.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, sorry, MJ, what I love
go ahead.
about this, guys, is like when you hear about AI, people think, oh my goodness, it's like going to take my job away. But what you can see here is like, these are all suggestions, right? The idea
Yeah.
is like, let's help you build the content. Are you going to publish it just as is? Probably not. You're going to go in, kind of take a look at it, make some tweaks to it, but it's certainly going to give you a foundation to work off of. And I think this is what I love about it.
Absolutely, Julie. And really, some
Yeah.
people may say, like, I can just go to ChatGPT and write a blog post like that. But really, you're going to see in a couple of, well, not slides, but during the demo, that we can even input your brand voice for your own brand. So this really takes it up to the next level. So once I'm pretty comfortable with my paragraphs, I'm comfortable with the suggestion, I can really generate my blog post. So what it will do is it will really generate the blog post with your logo. Again, everything is always editable, guys, okay? But really the standard, what it will do is give you the logo, the date, the title, who is writing the article, the button to share it easily on the web, on the different social media. And right here, that's pretty awesome. And you did talk about it, Julie, is you can generate an audio version for your blog post. What does that do? Well, first of all, it's really good for SEO. It's really taking it into consideration when it comes to your ranking on the web, and also for accessibility. We have a lot of clients that want accessibility for people that have hearing problem, for reading problems, so they can have the audio version. So in a click of a button, you'll have the transcript. You can even choose which voice you have. There's female voices, masculine voices. If you want to hear a little sample, I can go ahead so you can hear what it gives. It's unfortunately not working, or I didn't generate it, sorry.
And
Okay, I
while
guess
this is, oh, sorry, while this is working, you guys think about, so many people are multitasking, right? So it's so ideal that they can have that audio version, right? Maybe they're driving somewhere, but they did want to catch up and read some of this stuff, right? And now they've got it, they can download it, grab it from YouTube or, wherever you guys have posted it. Or even go to your website, click on that, and they can hear that, but maybe they're out for a walk or something like that. So just really love this feature.
Yeah, and it generated, so Julie, maybe I can play a
Oh,
preview.
go right
Hopefully you
ahead.
guys
Yeah,
can hear it.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys can hear it. I can't.
No, want to try to click on it again or?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe because my to be honest, my different tabs have been open for a little
Oh,
while to
okay.
prepare for the
Yeah.
demo. So I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. But
Hmm.
really, guys, it usually, I swear, it usually works super well.
Yeah. Lots of different voices.
Exactly. So in terms of the image, again, it generated something based on the prompt we gave before. If ever we don't like it, we can simply click here and replace the image. We can give new prompt and it will generate a new image for you. I don't want to do it to lose too much time today, but just letting you know this is always a possibility. And really where it comes handy in terms of the AI is if ever you don't like the first paragraph, for instance, you could rewrite it, shorten it, change the tone, but especially apply your brand voice like we said before. So this is part of the settings. It's not long to do. You go into your HubSpot settings, you click on the branding tab, and what you'll be able to do is really provide a sample. So in this case, I went on the Parkour 3 blog. I took a sample of one of our blog posts that is at least 500 words. I indicated to HubSpot that this is a blog post. It could be an article, a case study, a social post. You see, there's really a lot of different choices and the target audience that I want for my sample. So in this case, marketing professionals and medium-sized companies. Once I input that into HubSpot, what it will do is it will suggest based on my sample that I just provided, the personality, the tone of my branding that it was able to extract with the AI. So in this case, it came out with helpful, trustworthy, and kind in terms of the personality, and professional, positive, and uplifting for the tone. I think this is valid, but if ever there's one that I either want to add for playful or want to replace it again, always super easy in a click of a button to adjust it. And once I click on done, it will be saved into my settings. I can even add more context about my company mission and the channels that I want this to be applied to. If I didn't want emails, I could change that. And from there, when I go back to my blog post, I will be able, by selecting the text, to apply my brand voice. So by clicking on the little AI, I can apply my brand voice and it will adjust based on my writing sample. So really what that does is it create consistency with your other blog posts. In companies, for some of you, you may have people, multiple people in your marketing team writing articles, it will really make it so you have more cohesion, and it doesn't really depend like if it's Julie or myself that's writing the blog article, it will have more chances of having the same voice and tone. So again, that's pretty awesome, Julie. I don't know what you think about it, but it's a really, really cool
Oh,
feature
I mean,
that,
it's incredible.
yeah,
I
it
mean, I've
really,
played around a little bit with AI, to be honest, with like some of the emails that I send out, and just the fact, the way that it cleans it up, it's just incredible. But think about that with like a whole blog article, right? It's doing the research for you.
yeah.
It's just amazing. Yeah,
Instead of starting from a blank slate. So really,
right.
this is one of my favorite features of the actual Content Hub, to be honest.
Yeah, I love it.
In terms of the multilingual, we pretty much all of our clients have at least a bilingual website with French or English. What they usually do, at least for the first draft, is they'll take their English version or French version, go outside of, let's say, ChatGPT, if they were using that to create the blog post, and then go in a separate tool, maybe DeepL, and do the translation for the page. With HubSpot, what you're able to do is really create a multi-language variant with AI directly in the tool. So again, huge time saver. That means that your page is already going to be created. You don't need to re-import it, sorry. So again, a really great time saver. And always the principle of a click of a button. I take my English version, I select which language I want to send it to. You see there's a really great panoply of different languages that I can translate it to, and I can either replace the original, sorry, which is not what I want to do today, or save as new. And once I click on translate, I will get a brand new article that is basically translated, where I still have all the
Amazing.
same functionalities. Sorry, did you want to say something, Julie?
No, I'm like shaking my head like that's crazy. Like if you
Yeah,
think about that,
absolutely. And you
all
can
the
still
extra
add,
effort that you used to have to put in to do the translation. I mean, there it
yes.
is, right? So
Yeah, and with all the same tools where you can rewrite, shorten, change the tone, apply your brand voice, no matter which language. So really that makes it not only a time saver, but a game changer in the industry, really.
totally.
So this really is what we wanted to touch on today about the blog creation using AI. What we want to show next is the content remix, because it's something to create all of that new content. But at the end of the day, you want to put it out there. You want people to visit your website. You want to get conversion, right? So how do we do this is the content remix. So again, content remix, you just go into your content, and then the content remix part of the tool. And what that does is it will be able, in this case, I'll take the example of my blog post that I just generated right now and remix it into other forms of content in order to put my content out there on my different social media. Maybe I want to write an email to publicize my new blog article. So from there, I just click onto the input that I have. So here it's a blog post that I want to do, and I want to choose the one that I just generated. Of course, all of my different blog posts that I did in the past with the tool will be available, but I could always start from new text or start from a URL if it's an old blog that I already published previously, maybe 1 year ago, 3 years ago, whatever, and that I want to repurpose to kind of freshen things up and have more views on it again in today's dates. So once I click on add content, what it will do is it will give me a choice of different attributes or different inputs, outputs that I want from this article. So in this one, I decided to do an additional blog. So it's going to take my original blog and do another blog, like a variant from the one I just created. I can even choose if I want it to be short, medium, or long. In this case, I could choose to be short. I want to create an image based on my article, my blog article. I want to create an email, and I want to create a social post. So again, I can always put my objective for it to be as relevant as possible. And I could even generate my image into it. So once I click on generate, I will have, and sorry, the friend glitch over here, you can see it's a demo instance, so it's not perfect, but in reality, it will really input the language that you had your original blog post in. So it did another blog post, an image, an email and social. And once I click on it, I can always regenerate it if I want. And on the sidebar, go edit the content. So I don't need to take it for cash here, but it's really a good starting point. So if you can only imagine what time it would have taken me to write an email, do an image, a social post, and a blog post without using this tool. So again, huge time saver. So that pretty much covers what I wanted to show you specifically today. There's a lot of new feature, guys, with the Content Hub. If you have any more questions into maybe features that you've heard about, or after this demo, if you do your research and you'd like to have something more personalized in terms of a demo from our team, please feel free to answer one of the questions that was asked, and I said it, but you will receive this recording and also Julie's deck. So we'll be more than happy if you have questions to either answer now if we know the answer, or take it offline. But we're more than happy to continue this after today if you have more questions. So back to Julie for a little more slides on things that we haven't touched during the live demo.
Excellent. Okay.
I'll give you back
guys, let me just get back here. All right. So MJ, thank you so much. I mean, amazing job demonstrating all this stuff. And we did get a couple of questions, so keep those questions coming. Couple of things just wanted to mention. We do have, in addition, like you're able to customize your pages. We've got a drag and drop editor that's been added. You can, I had mentioned earlier, excuse me, ability to, create all that content and then push it right into your WordPress sites. So no more need for us to migrate the site over. And then also you can personalize all your offerings we're offering member blogs, and we have a content library. So I know MJ showed you're able to generate images easily through AI. We also have a content library that you can access as well. So I know we talked about podcasts. I'm super excited about this, so I can't help but bring it up one more time. So all of the content that you guys create, those can be turned into an audio version, and you can choose the voice. Excuse me. So as you can see, like the different tone, if you want a female voice, male voice, whatever you want, you're able to choose that right through the tool. You can also, though, upload, if you have podcasts that you've already created, you can upload them into the tool. We have an RSS feed that you can use to then push that content out to Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and then you'll get the analytics. So you get a good understanding as to like who's actually viewing. How many views are you getting? Not who specifically, but how many views are you getting? So as I mentioned, right, you extend your reach to new audience with podcasts. You can create that audio version. MJ showed us that earlier. And so finally, the one last thing I did want to mention, because I know folks typically have questions on this. If you have CMS Hub today, there are features that we have added to that. And that's your gated content library, the ability to gate your blogs, so you can set permissions as to who can and can't access specific content. We do offer, in giving you a basic blog post generator, you've got the AI website builder that's still within the CMS tool. You will get the AI image generation and the blog post narration. Now, what you do not get, and for a small fee, if you just choose to upgrade to Content Hub, the content remix that MJ demonstrated, where you can take your content and the tool will generate, whether it be a landing page, another blog post, email, etc. Your brand voice, where you upload a sample of your writing, podcasts, the content embed, ability to embed that content into other your WordPress site. The AI content translation. So if you're looking for that translator from English to French, French to English, or whatever language you choose, we have, I think, up to 20 of them. And then also the custom blog post generator, meaning with the custom blog post generator, we have SEMrush built into the tool to help you identify those searches and choose the one that's going to, frankly, get you the most leverage. So with that, that ends our webinar for today. Just want to mention again, I know MJ had said earlier, but we're going to include all of her information in the follow-up. If you guys have any questions at all, any interest in seeing more of the tool, definitely reach out to her. As you can see, she's an expert on this stuff. She'd be happy to show you any of the tools, give you a custom demo.
Yes.
If we have anybody, we can leave it open for a bit. If folks have any questions, there were a couple that I saw earlier. Otherwise, we can go ahead, we'll give you a few minutes. We can go ahead and give you time back in your day.
Yeah, and I just wanted to touch on your last slide before we let people go.
Mhm.
Julia, if ever you are using CMS Hub right now and you're hesitant on maybe doing the upgrade to the Content Hub, reach out to us because sometimes we're able, working with HubSpot to do something. I'm not saying it's going to be exactly the same price because as you can see, those new features are worth it. I mean, they give you a lot of ROI, but we can still look into what we can do. So don't necessarily just go on the website and base yourself on that pricing. Let's open the conversation and see if there's something that we can do. So we always leave it open to talk with HubSpot and see if an upgrade is possible, even if your contract is not yet to its renewal or something like that. Again, HubSpot's always super open. At least to have the discussion.
Yeah, excellent point. Also, if you guys have Marketing Pro, all of these features are included in Marketing Pro Plus. So reach out to Parkour, they'll get in touch with us, and we'll certainly be able to work on something for you guys.
Thanks, Julie.
All
And while
right.
I leave time for people who still have question, maybe give the questions that you answered directly. Luke had a couple questions and you answered them directly, but for the sake of everybody here, he was wondering if brand voice was a little bit like Synthesia. Yes, it does look a lot like what Synthesia does, but embedded in the same tool. Also a question about the French again. So sorry guys that I couldn't show you the voices, but no, they're not robotic. They're really, I was really surprised when I heard them. I know what you mean, Luke, but they're usually really bad, but these one really sounds human. So they're available. So they're available and they're really cool. Alexandra had the question, is the AI only available for blogs or the knowledge bait as well? To my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, Julie, but this is really for the blogs as of now, right?
Yeah, the AI tool, yeah, for blogs. Actually, no, it's built into the landing page tool as well.
It's
Yeah.
okay, perfect.
Was that the question? Yeah.
Yeah, if they're
Uh-huh.
available for blogs or also for the knowledge base.
Oh, for knowledge base. Oh, I'm not sure on knowledge base. Let me check on that. We can in our follow-up, we'll send
Yeah,
the answer
Alexandra,
to
we'll
that
come
one.
back offline. From my understanding, it's really for the blogs.
Yeah.
But nothing prevents you from doing it as if it's a blog and still trying to put it like for a knowledge base article, but I don't know if you're saying like from the knowledge base directly in HubSpot. So let's just double check and get back to you offline. Luke had a question. How good is the AI to write technical contents? I'd say it's pretty good, and especially with the sample that you can provide. It's always a starting point, in my opinion, when it comes to technical content. Of course, you just don't want to take the blog post as it is and publish it like that, but I'd say that it's pretty good for that. And like about, okay, you're precising like about stuff in industrial automation. I haven't tested it personally for industrial automation, but for technical content, I can tell you it's usually pretty good in general. So
Yeah,
maybe,
and guys, I just asked my team as far as the knowledge base goes, and yeah, you can use the AI assistant to create content for knowledge base. Again, it's you know, the way that they say to you want to refine it. So, you know, we want to make sure that you give it kind of a double take on whatever it is you're producing there. But yeah, certainly you can use it for knowledge base as well.
great. Thanks for the question, Alexandra. I actually learned something today. So
We
very
appreciate
good
it.
question. All right. I don't think we have any more questions coming in. I still can give maybe a minute. But while people are maybe writing their last question, we want to thank you so much for your time today. We're going to give you back about 20 minutes of your lunch for those who haven't eaten yet. And hopefully we can join you on another webinar soon enough, Julie. And thanks so much, everybody, for attending
Yeah,
today.
thanks so much, guys. Appreciate you spending part of your lunch with us. And yeah, reach out if you have any other questions.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Take care.
Take care.